Last week, yes, we're gonna be talking about Sarah Palin, but last week we talked about AOC and AOC's boyfriend's feet. We didn't want to, but we were required to because the right wing was obsessed with the fact that he had shown his feet while she was in Florida. Well, as a result of that, she responded to the fact that right wingers are obsessed with her and her relationship and frequently unfairly and needlessly attack her. As a result of that, Sarah Palin was dispatched to Florida to attempt to think and to attempt to speak, and this is what she came up with.
And attraction to someone and blaming her failures on that obsession with sex. Look how the liberals, Rachel, want to pound that into the public's head, that advertising who is attracted to who, what people do in the privacy of their own bedrooms, all those things that have to do with privacy and sex. The liberals, not the conservatives, are the one who pound after that. And obviously, it's a tactic so that she doesn't have to be held accountable. It sounds like she hasn't been held accountable for much, maybe in her entire life, so she does not have that foundation of accountability and that public servant's heart that is so necessary in order to serve well and be accountable.
I have listened to Donald Trump speak for many hours over the last 5 years. I have had to attempt to follow what passes for a stream of consciousness for a person who's barely conscious. And yet I have no idea what any of that was or what she was saying. It is impossible to even know what the question was based on her answer. That does not stop it, however, from being funny. So liberals, not conservatives, are the ones who pound should be the new tagline for either liberalism or maybe deep dive, I don't know, but one of the two, maybe Game Busters, something on the network anyway. I want you to understand, we provided a little bit of context before playing that about what she's responding to, the thing with AOC. And AOC mentioned in tweets that we read that they're obsessed with her. And she even said they want to date her. So she said, if Republicans are mad they can't date me, they could just say that instead of projecting their sexual frustrations onto my boyfriend's feet, you creepy weirdos, which is maybe my favorite tweet of hers ever. None of that has anything to do with and saying what goes on behind closed doors and in the bedroom and all of that. And they just want to reveal people's attraction to other. I don't know what any of that was from Sarah Palin, but Sarah Palin is still considered a serious political commentator on the right. She was nearly the vice president. And by no means has her recent return to the public eye in the past year or so, she's popped up several times, seemingly often to comment on AOC, oddly enough. It has not resulted in the right seemingly being embarrassed at all by what she's saying. She cannot communicate. She cannot put together two thoughts to generate a narrative even. I don't know what any of that was. The only thing I can take from it that seems like an actual criticism of AOC is that she's not held accountable for things. When honestly, again, the whole point is that they focus on literally everything she says. They dissect every word. How is that not accountability? But anyway, look, if they want to constantly provide, like a comparison to be made between, who they get excited for and who the left gets excited for, like the left doesn't get to have a lot of political heroes in any way, shape, or form because the Democratic Party stops them from getting elected. But there are a few people we get excited for. Palin was certainly one of those for the right. Okay, let's compare these two things. They love these sorts of comparisons. Let's compare AOC to a Lauren Boebert or a Marjorie Greene. I don't think that that's gonna work out very well for them. Anyway, I have to show one more graphic really fast because I believe, was it you, Sophie, that got this headline? No, it wasn't, okay. Sarah Palin snorted cocaine off 55-gallon oil drum and had affairs with NBA star and husband's business partner. Sensational claims, a new book. Now, I don't believe that any of that is true, and I hate these sort of sensational headlines, but apparently someone found just enough evidence to make that claim, believing they would not be sued into extinction. So, glass houses and all that in terms of accountability.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.